Hey, welcome back to the channel this Sunday. If you haven't heard already, pretty big update came out on the game sometime last week. Shout out to Kinda Cringy on Reddit for laying down the patch highlights. But this is going to be my first impressions video of this new patch. I'll make a more detailed patch analysis and run through of the new equipment, stats, and all that stuff later this week. But this is just a quick and easy first impressions. So a lot of this doesn't have anything to do with gameplay. There's no new modes or the multiplayer modes that a lot of people are asking for, but they have added some more customization options. So we have new emblems, and I like how they've added a little new button next to everything that's new, so then you can kind of tell what's new and what's not. So here's a bunch of new icons. We have like a hornet, a ghost dude, a bunch of different ones. So this is all just cosmetic for people who have been playing forever, need something to spend those tokens on. Next up, we got new uniforms. So we got some new pinstripes, some new color combinations going on. These, I'm still rocking my Hawaiian shirt carried over from last summer. We're headed into summer, so I'll be sticking with that. But the pinstripes seem to be a pretty classic one. No new stadiums, but on the player customization level, they've added some new gear for players. So we have some new bats, a bunch of new bats, 31,000 coins or 240 gems and above. Looks like we got like a hockey stick, a sword, so some various new bats, some new gloves. We've seen some pretty wild, what is that, like a giraffe stuffed animal? No new cleats, no new guards, no new glasses. So we got some new bats and gloves for your players. And once again, these do not affect the overall or any player stats. These gear items are cosmetic only. If you're looking for stat enabled items, it would be in the customized tab. Sorry, not the customized tab. It would be the accessories tab, which is packages of necklace, bands, and earrings that you can buy for each player to increase their stats. And what else do we have? Another large part of this update was the introduction of new stats. So for all the stats nerds, baseball fanatics out there, the game previously, had a lot of it. Most of the pretty common and basic stats you would want. Obviously, ERA, strikeouts, walks, the basics. But now they've kind of picked it up a notch and they're adding in some more advanced metrics. So to be able to check out your stats, go to the league tab and you can go to stats, and this will show you a list of all your players and all of the other players in the league. If you want to filter it just by your players, hit my team and this will only show you players that are on your team. So here the first page on batters, average, play, at bat hits. This is pretty basic. And if you want to scroll through, just hit this button, page 1, page 2. This is still pretty basic here, strikeouts, all that. But page 3 is where we get into the nitty gritty. I'll do a more detailed rundown and analysis of this later this week. But it seems like from Kinda Cringy's post, they've added a couple new stats, WRC plus, weighted runs created, FIP, which is going to be your fielding independent pitching, and WAR wins above replacement. A really good metric for showing kind of how your players are doing and if they're able to be replaced. Kind of just showing you the value. And according to his post, the WAR stat will not be refreshed. So right now it's 0 for me, but once you start over in a new league, it'll start keeping track of that stat. And I also see RC27 runs created. I don't recall seeing this in the past, but then again, I've never really dug deep into the stats. So this is kind of another measure to see how productive your players are, both hitting and base running on the offensive side. So a lot to see here. My video on setting your lineup, I went over some of the more basic stats and attributes that you can look at when setting your lineup. Things such as the on-base percentage, your speed, your power. Trying to get your lead off and your first couple of batters higher on-base percentage, maybe more speed, just trying to get on base, and then power, more well-rounded later, maybe fourth, fifth slot to try to clear it out. But now you really have a lot at your hands to be able to look and evaluate your players. Now, one thing I do want to mention, my initial thoughts on this, and I'll jump into a little bit of a gameplay for us while we talk through this patch, is that this seems awesome and a lot of stats. It makes the game feel obviously more realistic. It's like real baseball. You're a manager, you're managing your team, you're able to see all these metrics, obviously, without having to calculate them yourself. But one thing is, not everyone has a fully upgraded team, and it's not like we're trading players or this is a franchise mode or anything like that. So for most players, especially newer players, this will just be kind of something that you can keep your eye on to see how your players are doing if you're really invested in certain players. But the big difference will still be your player level and their tier. So if I'm starting out a bunch of bronze players and then I upgrade one guy to gold, right? My very first gold or my very first silver player, I'm going to play them regardless, right? Just because even they're obviously better than an unupgraded player. So a silver's most likely going to be better than a bronze most of the time. And then, going off of that too, gold's better than silver, platinum's better than gold, diamond's better than platinum. So with all these metrics, it really is only useful at least setting your lineup and roster wise to be able to decide between players of similar tier rankings. So if my entire team and my entire bench is gold, then I can kind of use this to look at what's what. And also, we're usually only playing our starters and that's it. There's not much of substituting or if someone's doing really bad, but I think this could give people a new reason to kind of look into players, assuming that your bench is upgraded, which definitely will take a while, to upgrade your full team and to recruit a full slot of bench players that aren't just bronze, right? You've had to play this game for probably a long time to get to that point, but it is pretty awesome to see them put that in there to give us, a more realistic sense of the game, to keep track of our players and all that good stuff. So really quick and easy rundown. I'm also seeing, intentional walks have also been added. I think, you can just hold this right here and you can intentionally walk someone as opposed to just hitting them 4 straight times or just throwing 4 straight balls. I think this is a pretty neat feature. There have been actually situations in the past where I've looked into intentionally walking players, especially in the higher leagues. Sometimes I'll kind of see that there's 1 or 2 batters that are really good. Like they have, 103 power or some insane stat. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this, right? Don't want to risk giving up a run. So we'll just walk them. And now we can do that pretty quick and easy. So some of these things were covered on the official patch update on the Google Play Store is what I've been using. But I wonder what else was added as we play more on this patch and get into it more. We might find some more neat and interesting things. So we're going to just hit for this last inning and wrap this up. It's Gameplay Sunday. So if you have any questions about the patch, let me know down below. And Also, if you find anything else that I did not mention in this video, I'd love to hear about it. See what you guys are seeing with the patch, how you guys feel about it. If obviously we're all waiting for that multiplayer to come out. That's the gameplay wise, nothing's changed, but I think a lot of people are waiting for something on the gameplay side of things, not just cosmetic, something more substantial to come in and really change up the game. Maybe like a new mode, or I proposed earlier like a sandbox mode for you to test out hitting certain pitches over and over again, kind of batting practice, I guess you could say. More robust batting practice that allows you to pick exactly what pitches you're hitting up against, because right now it's just random, so you really have to just go in there and wait for what you want to see. But other than that, yeah, that was a quick and easy first impressions video. Hopefully we can get some more runs before this game is over. But yeah, if you like the patch, like the video, give this a like. As I said, comment down below, stay subscribed, and we'll see you later this week. I'll just finish this game out, and have a wonderful weekend. So, but we're up 4-1 now. Probably not going to finish this game on live, but we might also look into doing a live stream of the new patch, maybe later this week. But okay, yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. But thanks for watching so much, and peace out.